Good afternoon. This is Jarrod Horak for the runawayhorse.com, coming to you live from Louisville, Kentucky. It's Kentucky Derby Week 2015. We're talking Kentucky Derby contenders pedigrees. We're going to start with Dortmund on this video, his sire Big Brown. We actually visited Big Brown when he was standing at Three Chimneys in Lexington, but now he's been relocated. He actually now stands in New York. But we did get to see Big Brown. And if you'd like to see some photos of Big Brown and some of the other stallions that we visited in Louisville, Kentucky farms, you can go over to the runawayhorse.com and click on our photos section, and you'll be able to see all the video of the pictures of the farm visits. And Big Brown won the Kentucky Derby and the Preakness in 2008, and Dortmund's undefeated. He's 6 for 6. He's been battle tested. He's set the pace. He's come from a little bit off the pace. He's won some real battles with Firing Line, another Derby contender. So Dortmund looks like a solid threat for trainer Bob Baffert. He's probably going to be the second choice. Your likely Kentucky Derby favorite, also trained by Bob Baffert, American Pharoah. He was your 2-year-old champion. His sire, Pioneer of the Nile, he was actually my Kentucky Derby choice in 2009. He ended up finishing second that year to Mine That Bird. And then Pioneer of the Nile sire is Empire Maker. Empire Maker was my Kentucky Derby horse as well, and he ended up finishing second in the 2003 Kentucky Derby, and then he ended up turning the tables on Funnyside in the Belmont Stakes later that year. Now, Empire Maker's sire, Unbridled, won the Kentucky Derby in 1990. So American Pharoah probably has the strongest Kentucky Derby line, the sire line for sure, for trainer Bob Baffert. Comes off 2 easy wins this year. He's very talented, and he's certainly one to beat on the first Saturday in May. A couple other horses to talk about. Ocho Ocho Ocho. His sire, Street Sense, he won the Kentucky Derby in 2007. But Ocho 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 might be up against it from a pace standpoint. There are some other horses that show early pressing speed like he does that seem to be a bit more talented. But his sire did win the Derby, so we'll have to see how he does. Materiality for trainer Todd Pletcher. His sire, Fleet Alex, in 2005, he finished 3rd in the Kentucky Derby, and then 1st in the Preakness and 1st in the Belmont. But Materiality is an unraced 2-year-old, and you have to go back to 1882 and Apollo for the last unraced 2-year-old to win the Kentucky Derby. But Materiality is undefeated for trainer Todd Pletcher, and he does have a nice pedigree to get the Kentucky Derby distance. Now, if you go over to the runawayhorse.com and you're interested in purchasing one of our Kentucky Derby Day products, we're selling Kentucky Derby only analysis for $5. That'll be available Wednesday night this week. Santa Anita full card plus Kentucky Derby will be available for $10. Now, we always sell full cards from Southern California on weekends at therunawayhorse.com. And then the final product that we're going to be selling on Kentucky Derby Day 2015 is going to be the Churchill Downs full card, which includes Kentucky Derby analysis, and that'll be available for $15 at therunawayhorse.com later this week. Now, if you'd like to see what you're purchasing for your money, you can go over to the What You Missed page. All of our Southern California full cards with highlights are all posted on our What You Missed page at therunawayhorse.com. That'll wrap up this video. Good luck in the Kentucky Derby, and good luck at the races.